Football, a sport that connects millions across countries, across continents, across the world. A passion that transcends time and space. A love strong enough to elevate us to the highest of highs in euphoric bliss, or leave us plummeting to the depths with devastating heartbreak. Join us as we explore some of the most memorable moments in recent footballing history, along with the impacts they may have had on players, teams, and the beautiful game as a whole. Welcome to the Split Second. What is up, guys, and welcome to episode 3 of the Split Second. For today's segment, I thought we'd look back at one of the most exciting and unpredictable finals I have ever seen in my life. We go back to the 25th of May 2005 to Istanbul Stadium as Liverpool Football Club from England go head-to-head against AC Milan from Italy in the UEFA Champions League final of 2005. It had not been an easy run for either team to the final, Liverpool having to deal with finishing second in their group behind AS Monaco and then knocking out Bayer Leverkusen, Juventus and Chelsea in the knockout rounds. AC Milan finished top of their group in a group that included Barcelona and then dealt with Manchester United, Inter Milan and PSV Eindhoven in the knockout stages. For Liverpool, this would be their first final in a European competition since the Hazel Stadium disaster of 1985, and all the pressure was on the Reds to perform. They had finished out of the top 4 spots in the English Premier League, meaning that they could not automatically qualify for the next edition of the tournament. So the Reds had hoped to lift the trophy and qualify for the 2006 Champions League as Champions League winners. The match started off horribly for the English side, as they went 1-0 down within the first minute. Andrea Pirlo floating in a fantastic ball, Paolo Maldini getting on the end of it, volleying it into the back of the net. It would get worse for the Liverpudlians from there on. In the 39th minute, Hernan Crespo with a fantastic cutback goal after some fancy wing play from the Italian side. And then in the 44th minute, Crespo gets his double, a fantastic through ball slicing the defense, completely open, and Crespo just chips the ball over the keeper. It looked assured that AC Milan would lift the trophy. Liverpool fans looked dejected, they looked quite frankly traumatized, and the players looked like they weren't even in the same class as their opposition at that point. It was quite frankly a very embarrassing first half display. But I don't think anybody in the footballing world would have expected what awaited in the second half. In the 54th minute, Steven Gerrard getting his head on the end of a cross, heading the ball into the back of the net and scoring what is a decent goal, but it's Gerrard's response to his goal that stands out. Just this desire and this drive from a captain looking to lift up his teammates and lift up his fans to show them that he still believes in, and they still need to believe as well. 2 minutes later, Smicer with a long shot, catching the keeper completely off guard and finding the back of the net as well. It's now 3-2, and Liverpool now smell blood in the water. They know that they can claw their way back into this one. And finally, Steven Gerrard is fouled in the AC Milan box, and Xabi Alonso steps up to take the penalty. It is not a good penalty. The keeper saves it, but Alonso is there for the follow-up, and he blasts it into the roof of the net with his left foot. And all of a sudden, the sides are tied. It's 3-3, and AC Milan looks shell-shocked, and Liverpool look as if they've just scored a winner. The result is therefore forced into injury time, and then into extra time. The two sides play out a stalemate, and it goes to penalties. And once again, you look at the names on the team sheet for AC Milan. These are players who you would expect to score penalties with ease. There's just so much class and so much quality in that squad that I don't think anybody even expected them to miss a single penalty. But unfortunately, I think it was Pirlo who missed the first one, and then I think Maldini also misses his. But Kaká steps up and he puts his away. And I'm not going to show all of the penalties because that would take way too much time, but somehow Liverpool clawed their way back. Andrei Shevchenko stepping up to take the decisive penalty for AC Milan, needing to score to keep his side in the Champions League, and somehow Jerzy Dudek gets his hand on it, and you can see the rage in Shevchenko as he blasts that ball into the back of the net, but it doesn't count because they've lost on penalties. And Liverpool somehow managed to win it from 3 goals down. It was unbelievable, unthinkable, unimaginable, but they did it. And it's something that people will remember for generations. In the aftermath of this match, I think English squads once again earned a new sense of respect and a new sense of fear, I would say, from their European counterparts. Everybody looked at this Liverpool squad, and again, if you compare the names on the team sheet, I think the only names that really stand out for me for Liverpool, and it's probably the most biased opinion ever, is Steven Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, and Xabi Alonso. I don't really look at the rest and think, wow, these are players who could make it anyway. But then you look at AC Milan and it's a fantastic squad all round, from back to front. Those players could fit in anywhere and just be superstars, and yet they still lost. If you look at the stats, you can see that AC Milan and Liverpool were fairly even, despite the fact that Milan were 3-0 up. They were fairly even in the first half. And then in the second half, Liverpool just came out a completely different side. Rejuvenated, refreshed, ready to take on the world. And eventually they managed to claw it back. It's unthinkable. It really is. I think for me personally, what was so incredible about this match is I remember speaking to my dad about it, and he told me he'd watched this final. And at halftime, when Liverpool was 3-0, he decided to turn the telly off and go to bed because it was pointless. There was no chance Liverpool would come back. But they found a chance, and then they found another chance, and they found their third chance, and they put it away. They played magnificently, and my dad said when he woke up the next morning, he could not believe his eyes. He watched the news and he saw that Liverpool had won on penalties, and it was just incredible. And I think the message you learn from this is, don't get arrogant. Don't be cocky. Milan were 3 goals up, and in the space of 10 minutes, they let it slip. That's not taking anything away from Liverpool. They played fantastic, but I think Milan really just did let it get away from them. I think my split-second moment for this match is this goal celebration from Steven Gerrard after scoring that first goal for Liverpool. You can see he waves his hands in the air and just tries to rouse his teammates and the fans. And this is what you need in a captain. Somebody who still believes in his teammates when they're 3-0 down. It still looks so unlikely that they can come back from this. It actually looks more likely that they might actually concede another one. But Gerrard believed, and he needed his teammates to believe. And they believed. And that's why that is our split-second moment for the 2005 Istanbul Champions League final. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate all of the support and the views. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like behind. If this match meant something to you, if it invoked some long forgotten memory, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel for more fun football content. And stay safe out there. We hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks.